It's week 1 of the National Football League, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Dreadnoughts and the Saints, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Antonio Dreadnoughts and the New Orleans Saints. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from the Superdome. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Pass midfield. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
As the excitement continues to swirl after that return, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about keeping that excitement going. Already in scoring position, I've got to take some shots at the end zone right now.
So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning, and I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Breeze. And it's complete to Martin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Breeze now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Martin. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, Breeze looking middle, and it's incomplete. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Breeze.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. On 2nd and 9, Breeze over the middle. That's caught by Owens.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Breeze now to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Saints! A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were running their shot in the league? They used to throw back and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They push it back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession. They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. He'll look to throw. Looking for Ridley on the out route, he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now back to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll drop the throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. This is brought in at the 21. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control?
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's going to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. He'll drop to throw. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with Thomas. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
This is Thomas. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Tough to imagine any team wanting to give a player like this up in a trade, but I know they're happy to have it.
It is amazing, isn't it? But we have seen big-time guys change teams. Jimmy Graham, Brandon Marshall, and their new teams are really excited to have them because they provide big-time targets.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now Thomas, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dreadnoughts have got it back to within a score. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze over the middle, complete. That's Martin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Breeze. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Breeze will try again on 2nd down. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Owens. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 45 on 2nd down, Breeze. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And they will take over 1st and 10. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Over the middle, open is Thomas. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line. And they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far. And that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Steelers who were able to walk away with the road victory. Najee Harris, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We'll continue on and take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going. There should be some gaps to run through now. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Thomas. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. And Thomas has it. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On third down, it's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Up the middle they go. Thomas. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Back to throw here. And he whips that one incomplete there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Thomas. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2nd and 9 now. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Dreadnoughts are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness. And
I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Breeze. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play action, Breeze. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown! A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints have taken the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Back out comes San Antonio. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is just depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
39 yards there, a big one.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dreadnoughts have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Kamara trying to run, puts it on the carpet, it's out, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Back out comes San Antonio. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. They run the counter. Thomas. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 2nd down, it's Simpson, and here he'll get it down to the 7. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Thomas. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. On 2nd down now. It's Simpson. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. On 3rd down, it's Thomas, and he is going to lose yardage here. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Bass is good, and they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. They'll get this out, and he loses the football a 2nd time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Breeze now on 1st down. This complete to Martin. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Breeze to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A beautiful fake. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Back out comes San Antonio. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And off up the middle. It's Thomas. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 46 yards on the ground for him so far. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll look to throw. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Thomas has got it, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dreadnoughts have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Saints 24.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 7, and time a huge factor. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Martin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. To throw is Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Breeze to throw. Incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year,
You make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for San Antonio, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.